Right now at 5, an agreement finally reached. What's in Wisconsin's new budget?
And local residents and Wisconsin senators react to the Senate's decision on President Trump's big, beautiful bill.
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. We begin with breaking news.
Yeah, a jury reaching a partial verdict in the Sean Diddy Combs trial. After 2 days of deliberations, here's what we know. The jury reaching a verdict on sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion charges. But they can't agree on the racketeering charge. The judge has asked jurors to keep deliberating. For now, jurors have been sent home until tomorrow morning. There will be more on this breaking story tonight on the CBS Evening News.
A former Viroqua area school staffer is accused of having sexual contact with underage victims.
Ashley Benson was arrested Monday. Reports allege she had sexual contact with victims on multiple occasions at multiple locations. She's being held on a $5,000 signature bond. Her initial appearance is set for later this month.
Well, developing news out of Madison, Governor Tony Evers and legislative leaders have reached a budget deal.
So what's in it? News 8 Now's Allison Fergut is in the newsroom with the answer.
Governor Tony Evers said it's a pro-kid budget that's a win for Wisconsin's kids, families, and our future. Some of the major points include a $256 million boost to the Universities of Wisconsin system. With that comes funding for UW-La Crosse's Prairie Springs Science Center project. That project will replace Cowley Hall with modern classrooms and research facilities. The deal also increases funding for child care programs by $330 million, with around $110 million directed to payments for child care providers.
It benefits not only the families that need to rely on child care and keeping those rates affordable for them, but keeps the child cares in business. Without some of that funding, they aren't able to make ends meet.
There's also a substantial increase in funding for special education. The deal would take the special education reimbursement rate from the current 32% to 45%. And while state Democrats were able to fund many of their priorities, the GOP also had some wins. Republicans secured a $1.3 billion tax cut, which will expand the state's second lowest tax bracket. The full Wisconsin legislature is set to meet on Wednesday to vote on the budget. Coming up at 6, a look into how this budget deal came to be. Reporting in the newsroom, Allison Fergut, News 8 Now.
Thank you, Allison. Developing out of D.C., President Donald Trump on the verge of a big legislative win. The Senate has passed his mega spending bill. The vote was 50-50, forcing Vice President J.D. Vance to cast the tiebreaker. 3 Republican senators voted with Democrats against the bill. Maine's Susan Collins, North Carolina's Thom Tillis, and Rand Paul from Kentucky.
All of that spending will have to be borrowed, and this bill will lead to a much greater deficit over time, and I don't believe it's fiscally responsible.
The fight over the bill now moves back to the House. Republican Senator Ron Johnson had this to say: by passing the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, we have avoided a $4 trillion automatic tax increase and a default on our debt. Democrat Tammy Baldwin had this to say: today I voted against rigging our tax code in favor of the biggest corporations and ultra wealthy, all on the backs of working families.
The Stop the Billionaire giveaway bus tour was in La Crosse. It highlights the so-called harmful impacts of the GOP's federal budget and tax bill.
Well, it's going to have a huge impact on our communities. 1.4 million people in this state alone stand to lose health coverage if this bill goes forward.
At one point, protesters took the demonstration to Congressman Derek Van Orden's office, going inside to knock on his door, but went back outside when he didn't answer.
Justice Jill Karofsky's term as Chief Justice of the Wisconsin Supreme Court has officially begun. Karofsky was elected to the court in 2020 and chosen to be Chief Justice earlier this year. She succeeds outgoing Justice Ann Walsh Bradley, who will leave the court when her term ends this month.
Well, a new report is out on La Crosse water, and it's good. According to the report, the tap water is safe. As for PFAS, no well has a level that would exceed safety standards. And drinking and cooking water accounts for only 1% of the tap water used by households around La Crosse. High water levels are causing closures of multiple trails in La Crosse. Pettibone Drive North is barricaded due to the unsafe conditions, as well as Cottonwood, Grand Crossing, Vietnam Veterans, and Willow Trails. No word yet when the trails will reopen.
Well, Greg was forecasting yesterday today was going to be a great day to get outside, and it was just about as good as advertised, Greg.
Yeah. And we're still going to have some days ahead, too. We do have some storm chances for Wednesday and Thursday, but it's isolated to maybe widely scattered coverage if they develop too, so something to keep in mind of. But most of the day, most of the time frame is still going to be dry and temperatures a little bit above average or close to average. So that's what we're kind of looking for. The high temperatures today just about average, maybe a degree above, but overall lower humidity, plenty of sunshine, some afternoon buildup of clouds we'd expect, but all in all a pretty nice first day of July. Now tonight temperatures a little bit milder than last night, but overall pretty close to seasonable. Quiet conditions, light winds, so all in all another nice night too. Now as we go forward this evening, really can't explain about much going on here. 75, plenty of sunshine. The clouds that are out there will begin to dissipate by sunset. Low humidity, overall real nice, and very similar for Eau Claire. Any clouds should dissipate by sunset, getting back down to 74 with some light winds. Overall, the front that we're tracking is kind of right up to the north. That front's going to play a part in some thunderstorm chances, like I mentioned there, for the next couple days before it begins to lift north as a warm front come Thursday. So that's going to be the player that will time out coming back later in the broadcast as those showers and storms for each day, and then what it looks like for 4th of July evening, which everyone's really interested on fireworks, and then what it looks like going forward for Saturday and for next week. All that coming up a bit later.
All right. Thank you, Greg.
Well, you can get a free Uber ride on the 4th of July thanks to Pemberton Injury Law Firm. The firm is offering free rides for Wisconsin residents on the night of the 4th to reduce drunk driving. July 4th is one of the most dangerous holidays on Wisconsin roads. The firm says that's why they're working to stop accidents before they happen.
We represent these victims. We see how their lives are impacted. It's devastating what we see go on. And if we can make a little bit of a difference, if we save one life by doing this, it's worth it.
You can get your free Uber voucher at pembertonpi.com.
And starting tomorrow, thousands will be traveling to Riverside Park to celebrate the 4th at Riverfest. And this comes as construction is happening on many downtown streets. Organizers hope people will brave the parking struggle and come to the park.
As soon as you're able to find a parking spot, just walk on down here, and it's probably going to be your easiest bet to make it down to Riverfest.
Riverfest runs July 2nd to the 5th. Opening ceremonies take place tomorrow at 11 a.m.
A few new laws go into effect today. Iowa becomes the 31st state to ban holding your phone while driving. The hands-free law makes it illegal to hold, use, or watch your phone behind the wheel. You can still use Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, or phone mounts. Law enforcement says the move will save lives.
We're looking forward to seeing maybe a reduction in the amount of accidents that are caused by distracted driving. That is one of the leading causes for accidents. It is a change, but it's a change for the good.
Despite going into effect today, Iowa will only issue warnings through New Year's Eve.
There's a new boating law in Minnesota. Anyone operating a boat or watercraft must be at least 12 years old and have a valid operator's license. The only exception, someone 21 or older with a license must be within immediate reach of the controls.
I think it is a good idea just because a lot of people don't even know what the signs mean.
I think it's worth sacrificing rentals dollars over safety.
You must also have a valid permit and be 18 or older to also rent a boat now.
Chippewa Valley Health Cooperative will offer a new health care service this fall. The cooperative bought the former St. Joseph's Hospital and plans to reopen it as an interim campus. Officials say the campus will offer 30 hospital beds, a 24/7 emergency room, and surgery services while they build a new hospital in Lake Hallie.
Still ahead, it's called Alligator Alcatraz, who President Trump reportedly wants to house there.
Plus, a drawbridge going up. A woman left barely hanging on. The ending right after the break.
During the July 4th sale at PM Sleep Center, you'll save up to $200 on select Sealy Posturepedic mattress sets. Hurry in early for the best selection. Your next mattress is at PM Sleep Center, giving La Crosse a good night's sleep for over 35 years.
Air conditioning stopped working? Tired of finding ways to stay cool? Don't sweat it. Give G&T Heating and Air Conditioning a call. They'll have you feeling cool as a cucumber without having to resort to, alternative methods.
Call G&T.
the best heating and air conditioning, guaranteed.
I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well. It's a little pill with a big story to tell. I take once daily, Jardiance, at each day start. As time went on, it was easy to see I'm lowering my A1C.
And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can lower the risk of cardiovascular death too.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine, which can be fatal. Stop Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, trouble breathing, or increased ketones. Jardiance may cause dehydration that can suddenly worsen kidney function and make you feel dizzy, lightheaded, or weak upon standing. Genital yeast infections in men and women, urinary tract infections, low blood sugar, or a rare life-threatening bacterial infection between and around the anus and genitals can occur. Call your doctor right away if you have fever or feel weak or tired and pain, tenderness, swelling, or redness in the genital area. Don't use if allergic to Jardiance. Stop use if you have a serious allergic reaction. Call your doctor if you have rash, swelling, difficulty breathing, or swallowing. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
Jardiance is really swell, the little pill with a big story to tell.
Okay, let's see. Headlines from News 8 Now? Check. Live updates all day? Check. Local breaking news? Yep. Weather every 10 minutes? Yes, please. Well, that was an easy choice. News 8 Plus. It puts the now in your day.
During the July 4th sale at PM Sleep Center, you'll save up to $600 on select Stearns & Foster adjustable mattress sets. Hurry in early for best selection. Your next mattress is at PM Sleep Center, giving La Crosse a good night's sleep for over 35 years.
A scary moment in Miami, a woman falling from a rising drawbridge. Video captured the woman clinging to the railings at the top before sliding down and crashing onto the road below. The woman suffered serious leg injuries. One officer was hurt rescuing her, but is okay.
President Trump today inspecting the site of a controversial new migrant detention center dubbed Alligator Alcatraz. CBS's Manuel Boroquez has more.
President Trump visited Florida's Everglades Tuesday to tour a new immigration detention facility on an isolated airstrip about 50 miles west of Miami.
Very soon, this facility will house some of the most menacing migrants, some of the most vicious people on the planet. We're surrounded by miles of treacherous swampland, and the only way out is really deportation.
Heavy-duty tents and trailers now dot the remote facility that have been mostly used for pilot training. At the center's unveiling, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem warned those in the U.S. illegally to self-deport.
If you don't, you may end up here. And you may end up here and being processed, deported out of this country, and never get the chance to come back.
Surrounded by dangerous wildlife and oppressive heat, the administration is calling the facility Alligator Alcatraz. It's raising alarms with immigration advocates over due process concerns and drawing protests for its impact on the Everglades. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis fast-tracked approvals to get the facility going in a matter of days, while a lawsuit alleges the government skipped the environmental review process.
First of all, we've asked the judge to stop construction before people get transferred to the site. So the construction has happened very quickly, as everybody knows, in a matter of days, but it can also be stopped.
Governor DeSantis, who joined the president on Tuesday's tour, said the facility will soon be ready to hold 3,000 detainees. Manuel Bojorquez, CBS News, Ochopee, Florida.
Florida officials are spearheading construction of the facility, but much of the cost is being covered by FEMA. We'll have more news ahead.
But first.
Yeah, we could see a storm or two coming in the next couple days, but most of the conditions look fairly dry and we're going to warm up. But what about 4th of July? Well, we'll kind of time out what the temps look like and if the thunderstorms will impact your evening activities. That all coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
We're fired up for the 4th at Fleet Farm with deals that'll help you celebrate in style. Save $200 on a Traeger Woodridge pellet grill. On sale now for $699.99. Stay hydrated with 8 packs of Gatorade, 2 for $15. And get 1-gallon 4-packs of Liquid Pool Shock for just $14.99. Get ready for Independence Day with these specials and more at your local Fleet Farm. And check out all the items in our weekly ad, backed by our best price guarantee at fleetfarm.com.
Get an 11% rebate on everything in Menards. Protect your cargo and get there safely with Smart Straps Ratchet Straps. Secure your passion and save big money. A 4-pack of Smart Straps Ratchet X Ratchet Straps are $16.99 after rebate. Tow smarter with help from Tow Smart. Tow Smart designs and manufactures durable steel towing products that resist rust and corrosion. Get this tri-ball trailer hitch for $29.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Right now at US Cellular, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90.
Hey, we're tired of having the wool pulled over our eyes with these hidden requirements. What aren't we seeing?
Yeah. Do we get our choice of free phones?
Yep, you get the latest phones.
I bet we have to trade in our old phones, though.
Nope, sure don't.
Wow.
High five. Almost. Higher. Yes. Nope.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, built for us.
At Schwabel, Getz & Sieben, the most important value of our law firm is our commitment to our clients.
I am here to say thank you to them to have a law firm to represent me with dignity and honesty.
A huge weight was taken off of our shoulders.
Above and beyond what's expected from your attorney.
They took the worry out of the situation.
And I'm so grateful for them. I would highly recommend them to everybody.
Call Schwabel, Getz & Sieben or go to schwabel.com for a free consultation.
My name is Dr. Paul Liebert, and I am a staff orthopedic surgeon here at Toma Health.
At Toma Health, we're committed to providing comprehensive orthopedic care for our community.
We have the latest equipment here as far as fracture management, total hip, total knee, and now total shoulder replacement. You feel comfortable treating patients with that level of technology.
Learn more about Toma Health's orthopedic surgery at tomahealth.org.
Thanks for watching.
Starting today, you'll see more commercials before movies at AMC theaters.
The ads will run ahead of a movie's start. AMC says the pre-show material, which includes trailers and other promotions, can last up to 30 minutes. The theater chain hopes this will boost its bottom line. That might work for or against it. It's like you have some extra time to make the movie, so maybe people will be more likely to go, or you could just be like, I'm over these previews and these ads. I'm out of here.
I know, ads are everywhere. I was at a movie last month and it felt like there were already 20 minutes of promotions.
So we've got 10 minutes extra about.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Seems like an eternity when you're in there.
We'll see if it works. Today would have been a nice day to cool off at the movie theater. The sun was beaming down. It was hot. Felt like the sunscreen was not working for me, Greg. Pretty nice start to July, though.
Yeah, pretty much where we should be, about 85, 86 around there, with the humidity levels pretty low compared to what we had recently. And we're going to see similar temperatures, maybe a couple degrees warmer each day, and the humidity levels really start coming up Thursday and then especially on the 4th too. But quiet, we're not expecting any activity this evening. Overnight should be quiet. That storm chance coming in the afternoon, widely scattered, and I'll kind of show what you mean. There's a cold front kind of sagging south towards the area. Might provide an opportunity for Wednesday. Thursday, it kind of stalls out and then kind of moves back north as a warm front, providing another opportunity. Most of the day, most of the area will be dry. These storms that do develop are fairly small, so nothing to change any plans going on, but something to keep in mind of. More humid Thursday, and especially, as I mentioned, on the 4th, where we could see heating seas get above 95 temperature in the afternoon. Overall, as we wait, there's your activity going on. Morning time should be plenty of sunshine. Here comes your storm chance. It'll start to develop a little bit. Clouds, and then afternoon time frame is what we're expecting a lot of this to come through. Cloud cover will increase a little bit. Noon and here, and these actually showers coming through in the afternoon. This probably is overdoing it a little bit in what it's actually depicting for coverage wise, but there will be that opportunity coming in the afternoon for a shower or a storm that will persist probably through about the late afternoon hour before pushing east. You can see the winds kind of they change direction there a little bit as this front gets a little bit further south, and it's going to kind of stall out a little bit too. So that's our chance for Wednesday. It's just going to be a small chance. Going into Wednesday evening, we have more actually activity that could impact areas of northeast Iowa, maybe going into Wednesday night as it kind of starts lifting north a little bit. Once again, those chances are small too, but it is out there. Now, these storms could get a little strong because we do have a little bit more heating going on, and especially if we get a little bit more sunshine, they could get a little bit strong. So gusts maybe above 50, some small hail. is a possibility. Not expecting any widespread severe event with this, but if you do get a strong storm, you might see that. Otherwise, there's your temperatures for tomorrow. You can see the thing behind it starting to change color. That's because during late in the day, you're going to start cooling off a little bit too. So these highs are more early afternoon, and then they'll start falling. Overall, a little bit warmer for most areas, except as you're further north of Eau Claire, where they'll have more clouds and probably precipitation holding on. They'll probably be about similar, which you were in the low 80s. Now going into Thursday, you'll see that front kind of become a warm front really, and that's kind of where there'll be a little bit opportunity right here to see a little bit more opportunity in the afternoon for showers, maybe a storm. As that lifts north, Thursday, humidity-wise starts coming up a little bit. You'll feel that the winds begin to turn around as that warm front lifts north. That provides the opportunity for maybe another round of some stronger storms too in the afternoon. Not a widespread event, but something we'll have to keep an eye on. And then Friday, going into 4th of July, yeah, it's going to get warm and humid. Humidity once again could be above 95. Right now, the evening looks good. The storms look like they'll come a little bit later in the night, probably closer to Saturday morning. Well, there's your temperatures for Saturday. That's not an all-day washout either, so we'll keep that in mind as we get closer to Saturday. And then beyond that, it actually cools right back down to the low 80s, even more refreshing for next week, which is about 3 to 4 degrees below average. So as of right now, it does look dry for Friday evening. We'll see if that changes. I think the storms are later in the night, and even Saturday could be an early morning, late afternoon type of thing going on. So the whole day is not a complete washout either, which you would expect in July. You have plenty of dry breaks, even with these fronts coming through.
All right. Thanks very much, Greg.
Who's ready?
A new stamp could be bringing letters to your pineapple under the sea. We'll take a look after the break.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
4th of July savings are going on right now at Home Furniture. Buy more, save more with up to $500 in instant rebates. Get this sofa for just $8.99 or this dining set for $11.99 after rebate. Hurry in for 4th of July savings at Home Furniture.
You know it's time to replace some windows, a patio door, an entry door, or all of them. The Board Store's provided skillful installation of quality products for thousands of your neighbors for 35 years. Double hung slider, casement, awning windows, double glazing, triple glazing, white windows, black windows, wood grain. Our experienced sales staff will help you choose what's best for you, provide a detailed proposal and a firm price. No pressure, no nonsense. One window or a house full, call or visit the Board Store for a prompt free estimate. More than you expect for less than you thought.
Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin is so ready for summer. Right on the Mississippi River, a perfect spot for fishing and fun. Surrounded by scenic bluffs and some of the best hiking and camping around, there's so much to explore. You can experience Prairie du Chien's fascinating history and unwind with live music events that feature the vibe you're looking for. Book your place to stay and discover more at prairieduchien.org.
Save big at Hy-Vee during the Red, White, and Barbecue sale, Wednesday through Sunday. Our special recipe brats, 4 for $5. Get free Oscar Mayer hot dogs when you buy 8 ground beef patties. Watermelon, just $3.98. Pepsi 6-packs, just $2.50 each when you buy 4. Save on Frito-Lay snacks, pork shoulder roast, Bush's beans, 24 packs of water, plus other great deals on Pepsi and Coke. In-store and online, Wednesday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Right now, get 4th of July mattress savings at Home Sleep Express. Get up to $500 off with instant rebates on Luxuria and Thomas Cole Sleep. Get this Invigorate Plush Queen for just $5.99. The more you buy, the more you save with 4th of July mattress savings, now at Home Sleep Express.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Breaking news.
Ooh, it sure is. The post office is launching limited edition SpongeBob SquarePants stamps. One features SpongeBob and his best friend, Patrick Star.
The other, SpongeBob, Patrick, Squidward, Mr. Krabs, Sandy Cheeks, Plankton, and Gary the Snail. These stamps are forever stamps. You can get them starting August 1st.
Are you going to be getting them, Ken?
No, I'll hold off. But
really?
Oh my gosh, SpongeBob, a staple of my childhood. All of my friends know I can quote the first few seasons quite easily.
I can attest to it. He quotes it really well. I think I've seen one episode of SpongeBob after you guys talked about it all the time.
All right, well, we're going to have to get you to watch some more.
Might have to get in it and then buy some stamps too. All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
For residential, commercial, or high-speed doors, come to LaCrosse Glass and Overhead Doors. We carry a variety of CHI door styles designed to fit your vision. Get your free quote today.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well. It's a little pill with a big story to tell. I take once daily, Jardiance, at each day start. As time went on, it was easy to see I'm lowering my A1C.
And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can lower the risk of cardiovascular death too.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine, which can be fatal. Stop Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, trouble breathing, or increased ketones. Jardiance may cause dehydration that can suddenly worsen kidney function and make you feel dizzy, lightheaded, or weak upon standing. Genital yeast infections in men and women, urinary tract infections, low blood sugar, or a rare life-threatening bacterial infection between and around the anus and genitals can occur. Call your doctor right away if you have fever or feel weak or tired and pain, tenderness, swelling, or redness in the genital area. Don't use if allergic to Jardiance. Stop use if you have a serious allergic reaction. Call your doctor if you have rash, swelling, difficulty breathing, or swallowing. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
Jardiance is really swell, the little pill with a big story to tell.
Get up to $500 in instant rebates. 4th of July savings now at Home Furniture.
For residential, commercial, or high-speed doors, come to LaCrosse Glass and Overhead Doors. We carry a variety of CHI door styles designed to fit your vision. Get your free quote today.
All right, really no problems for tonight. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Clear skies, about 65, 64, pretty seasonable, low humidity too. Now things do get a little bit humid as we go throughout the week, and that storm chance each Wednesday and Thursday is still very low, but it's out there.
Okay, but low for now, which is good.
Yep.
Thanks, Greg.
Thanks for joining us at 5.
And we'll see you right back here at 6.